Well, I don't see daylight, so that's a good thing. 3 across the back and 1 toward the front here. You know, it's an 8-inch shelf. I know that now because the first one I put in, I don't know what I was thinking. I missed it by that much. So I just added a little character, I guess. Anyway, I've got one on the other side at this same location too. So little bonus domino on the other end. Okay, I'm going to lay this on its back, put the doors on, figure out where I want to put hinges, and then cut them. Cut those mortises. Looks much better along the sides. I've got a little bit inset on the side, but I think that'll be okay. This I hope will be. Same thing over here. So that shelf really helped me out. I've got them registered to the bottom. Got a nice even gap going up the center. So I'm going to locate, I'm going to register from the bottom, and I'll make sure I get my story stick set up correctly here for 3 hinges. Alright, got them all marked. With the waist, and then scribed with my knife, and I'll route this all the way through and then come back and get the rest with the chisel. Alright, a big day here. I just finished installing the hinges. The good news is the doors operate, and I'm happy about that. The other thing is that the gap here got a little narrower, but my hinge alignment on this door, I mean, it's near perfect. The bottom is nearly flush. This one, it's jacked up a little bit this way. So I'm, if it was down a 1/16, or not a 1/16, a 32nd of an inch, I'd call it right on the money. But they do work, and I'm happy about that. So this is one of those things that I'm just going to live with. I don't know how often these doors will be closed anyway, but even if they are, in a cabinet of this size, I'm not gonna jack around with these hinges. I'd have to plug 6 holes and move this down, like I said, about a 32nd of an inch. I'm not gonna do that. So the hinges themselves lined up perfectly, and that worked out really well. Yeah, this is high by that same amount. So I'm not sure what happened there, but all I can say is my hinges line up perfectly, unless I registered from the wrong end, but I don't think I did. At any rate, there it is. Now with these doors ready to go, I can take them off. I'm going to mount my cabinet. And then I can throw some stuff into it and then treat these as basically a couple of separate projects. I just realized why the gap got narrower. It's because these doors are sitting up a little bit, so when they're closed they're a little bit past center, and that's bringing this tighter. If I were able to jack these both up by that same amount, this gap would be uniform like it was before, a little bit wider. Yeah, there you go. So that opens up that gap a little bit. Again, no big deal, but I can always take care of that with my stops. Alright, well, with the help of my lovely bride, we got it mounted to the wall. So, one more hurdle crossed. Okay, it works. But I'm concerned about this. If this is way worse than it was before, sitting on my bench, what's happened here is I think this case has gotten racked this way, so I need to kind of jack it up and get it back the other way. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try and put something between the window here and the outside of the case and try and get it to jack itself over a little bit. What I think I'll do is actually, I'm looking at this. Now this side is tight to the wall and this side is not. I'll see what I can do. I'm going to play around with it and see if I can rack it a little bit. Alright, I muscled it off of the wall. And maybe you can see that shadow line on the left-hand side here is heavier than the one on the right-hand side. And the reason is I took my level, put it on the face of the cleat, and that wall has a bow in it going this direction, so it it bows out. So that side, the left side, got sucked in tighter. And then the other thing is I cut off 1/8 of an inch off of that side to give me some clearance from that window molding there. So hopefully, now that it's straight, it's a lot straighter, I should say. It's not perfect, but it's a lot straighter. Then the mating cleat will drop in there a lot more square than what it was before. So I muscled it off there. I'm going to try and muscle it back on and we'll see where we're sitting. But now I've got the ability to kind of slide it a little bit to make sure that it's not hitting that window molding, and that's what's making it rack. I'm not sure. There could be a combination of things, but at least this way I can know that there'll be no interference, I guess. And this is level. All right, that's much more acceptable. I mean, I had 1/4 of an inch. It was racked 1/4 of an inch. So I think you can still see that shim sticking up top there. I've got that corner shimmed out and the bottom shimmed out, and that keeps it flat and keeps it from twisting when I sink those screws in. So I'm much better off than I was before. I'll take it this way. Well, there. Now I'll be able to sleep tonight. It fits so much better. And like I say, my problem was I was racking it by pulling that tight and it was twisting it. Now it works great, and I should have known something was up. The first time when I closed this door, it was hitting I believe it was hitting the top first, and now it's hitting equally top and bottom, and so is this one. So there we go. I'll be able to get some magnetic catches on there and then take these doors off and, like I say, treat them as individual projects and start hanging some tools inside of them as well.